8 containers filled with weapons and ammunition, possibly anti-aircraft systems, were found in Lasky, Poland. The containers, which had not been inspected or secured, were located on the premises of a local aeroplane sports club. The Minister of Defence, Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz, denied responsibility, as it turned out that the weapons and ammunition did not belong to the Polish army. Prosecutors have already launched an investigation into the matter. Lasky, Poland, a town right next to the Ukrainian border.
8 kontenerów z bronią przeciwlotniczą to nie jest mała walizka.
8 containers, that's more than just a small suitcase. 8 containers full of weapons and ammunition were found at a local airplane sports club. Shockingly, the equipment was not under the control of any authorities or by the military. The authorities are working on it. It is a matter that is known and is being analysed. Everything has been secured. Shortly after this comment was made, it turned out that the containers full of weapons did not belong to the Polish army. These are not Polish army weapons. I would like to make it that clear. It is good that authorities have secured the site and are taking action. All activities are being coordinated by the police, who will issue specific statements on the matter. Do you know how it got there? That is being investigated by the relevant services, the Internal Security Agency and the police. The Minister of Defence is thus shifting the blame away from himself. We are dealing with a clear crime, namely the abandonment of usable weapons that could have fallen into the hands of the enemy, terrorists or foreign agents. In short, the security of this country has been compromised. No Minister of Defence can claim that this is not his concern. This proves that the state is full of holes, which in my opinion is reason enough for the resignation of many officers and perhaps even the management of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration, including Tomasz Siemoniak. According to a spokesman for the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration, a private company is responsible for the weapons stash. The company operates legally in Poland and has a license. According to the preliminary information I have, these weapons were probably supposed to leave Poland for Ukraine. However, the cargo was not secured. Nobody had it under control. The authorities also knew nothing about it until the incident. They don't care about the security of Polish citizens. That's why these weapons are floating around all over Poland with no control. And this situation only confirms that we have incompetent people in the government. We have people who do not care about our safety. According to unofficial information, the containers held anti-aircraft defense systems. The stash was not guarded, which is scandalous. Weapons of this type must be stored and guarded properly. These weapons do not belong to the Polish military. Weapons and ammunition that are uncontrolled pose a threat by default. The second possibility is that these weapons could be of illegal origin, and this is even more concerning because it is the role of security services to ensure the security of the country and to monitor such matters. The Przemysl Prosecutor's Office has already launched an investigation into the illegal possession and storage of weapons and ammunition. According to Ministry of Internal Affairs spokesman Jacek Dobrynski, the company had a license and was operating legally. The containers are being transported to a designated location. According to the findings so far, the weapons and ammunition secured by the Central Bureau of Investigation do not come from the Polish Army's stocks. Efforts are underway to determine their source and recipient. Activities are being carried out on site with the participation of experts from the Military Institute of Armament Technology. However, experts have no doubt that this is a massive failure on the part of Polish authorities and the Polish government. It looks very bad for the security of our country. The question is, what is happening in Poland under the rule of Tusk and Kosiniak if someone can find weapons in a place not intended for that purpose, with dramatic possible consequences for the security of Polish citizens? This is not the first such incident since Donald Tusk's coalition government took power. A year ago, at the beginning of July, in Most near Szczecin, not a private company, but the Polish military lost over 2 tons of explosives in the form of over 200 anti-tank mines. That's when their journey across Poland began. Via Goleniów, Szczecin, Poznań, Warsaw and Białystok, they ended up in Cheremcha, in Podlasia. There, after 11 days, they were found in the warehouse of a well-known furniture store chain. What's more, the mines lay on a railway station ramp for 5 days with no supervision. The management of the Ministry of National Defence took no responsibility. As can be seen from this case, which took place a year ago, no conclusions were drawn. And the conclusions are simple. Security services under Donald Tusk and his ministers are not in control of the situation in Poland.